A lot of people would say it's jazz. It's not jazz. Jazz musicians, they studied 20 years to be able to play the wrong notes when they know they're not wrong. It's a different thing. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. This video is a video that I already shared on Patreon. It's the monthly Fix My Track video where I get a project from one of the members and fix whatever is not correct in the project, whatever I think can be improved in the project. This month we have a track from Garden Leaf who sent the track for the feedback. So just to, have a feedback on it, I realized there was something off with the scales between the bass line and the synths. And so I asked him to send me the project so I could fix it and make a video about it. I think this is of common interest to know how to deal with scales problem, how to see which one is the right scale, how to fix the chord. So I think you can learn something from it. And so I decided to also share it on YouTube. If you want to take part to that, you can of course join us on Patreon. Enjoy the video. So the track is well mixed. I think everything is pretty good. What was off to me is when I arrive at this point in the track. So this is the starting of the track. Same here. All good. Then I arrive here. First thing, start hearing something wrong with the bass line. Okay, and then also this atmosphere here doesn't feel right to me. There's no coherence between the different things. Let's check together. Okay, and then we arrive here and this part starts. Also this sounds off to me. Here and maybe even here there's another synth coming in. My brain can't understand anymore what is the scale, where the cycle finishes, because there is something wrong. So the first thing that I did was going inside the bass line. So when I was talking with Pedro, he told me it's in C minor. Okay, so here you see C minor, but let's check the bass line. So do you think C is the main note of the scale? It doesn't sound like that to me. The main note is this. Dun, dun. You can hear that if I play this note all of the time, this is the note that makes sense more than anyone else to me. If I play this, to me it just seems like a passage note. Okay, it's not the main one. So the first problem was that even if all of the notes are part of the C minor scale, this is not actually a minor scale because of the way that it has been played. The relationship between notes is also very important. The way you play them make one note stand out more than the other, and that's the dominant note, the root note of the scale. So I thought, okay, it's D, so let's try D minor. All of the notes seems right to me. Okay, there's not a note off, maybe one, we'll see in a minute. So we go to D minor, and I can see that this note here, which is very important in the scale because it's the last note, it's very noticeable in the scale, is not in the scale. Okay, so then I remember my days when I was playing guitar and I learned about blues scales, and it was like, and there was this passage note, which is the blues note. And if we go here, D minor blues is actually part of the scale. The blues note is usually a passage note, so you don't want to stop on that. But in this case, it kind of fits. Okay, it could have done something like that. but still, I think it creates tension. It's good. We can have it there. The other note that is not part of the scale is this one. It can stay there because it's very short. It's a passage. But it's not part of the scale. So the thing is, this is part of the Locrian scale. If we go to Locrian, we see all of these notes. So D, Locrian, all of these notes are part of the scale. Still is a bit of a tricky note. So I would suggest to take this and go down to D. And that sounds good. Now we have to fix everything else. So the first thing that I don't know if we can fix is the atmosphere. It still feels quite weird because it does a very particular movement. So it could be that we just transpose this +2 semitones. We go from C to D. Starts sounding weird, so we go to complex. Let's check with the bass line. Makes more sense. But when it goes down on this, the second one, I'm not sure about it. It's a bit tricky. Let's make my face a bit larger. Here we go. I would put this on hold for a second. There's this note here. These two notes, what I think it would sound better is putting the you can go to D, you can do this. This sounds perfect, or this is up to you, of course. Maybe this is even better. We moved the scale up to semitones, so probably even everything else needs to be fixed in that way. So this chord, 2 semitones up, complex mode. Sounds good to me now with the bass line. Perfect. So let's move to this chord here. Also, this one is wrong. The preset that Pedro used is Jupiter preset, and one of the 2 notes is set to -5 semitones. Okay, so we already have a chord just by pressing one note. It's a chord. It's a 5th. Okay, so if we put too many notes, we can create a bit of confusion. But first of all, I try just to transpose this. Kind of work, but I thought the A is not part of the scale, so switched off this, and I also switched off the E because even E is not part of the D minor scale, so switch them off. All of the notes are playing 2 different notes, so maybe it's still a nice and warm chord, and it is. Nice. Let's put this up 2 semitones, complex mode, and also this, which is another sound here. So we'll see if it all makes sense. And I think we made it. Now everything makes sense to me. The percussion part is a bit intense. So we'll start one by one. This kind of fits. Sometimes when it's a bit off, maybe some of the bongos or the toms have 1 semitone, 2 semitones difference from the root note of the scale. So maybe it's better to pitch them so they kind of fit better. The musical part gets stronger. Okay, sometimes it's not necessary to do that because they don't make any specific note. In this case, I think it works. Let me check with the bass line. Yeah, this sounds. Okay, so it's not this. Let's try with another one. This one I would keep it off. It's a bit too intense. I would go down to semitones, simple thing, but or up. Okay, so I went down -2 and -12 cents, so it's fine-tuned. I want these two notes to be fitting, especially when you have a lot of percussions. Fixing the tuning is important to, you know, achieve a better result. Let's go with this. What's going on here? So this is one of those loops that, let's see if, so I warped it. I pressed Command A, Command U, so now it's warped, and maybe it has a swing. So when you put a swing on something which is not perfectly warped, it can, you know, move it even further. So better with a bit of swing. Let's see with this. Okay, this is a bit intense. Let's put a compressor. Okay, there we go. That sounds to me. Nice, Pedro. So the only thing is this background here. When it does this, the higher note, like this one. So this first part is cool to me, the highest. When it goes down here, I'm not sure. So maybe I would try to change it with something else, or make it, oh yeah, this is it. Glad to have worked on this project, because it helps me to make clear a lot of things about scales and setting the right scale, etc. So it's important for me. A lot of people would say it's jazz when there are wrong things, wrong notes, etc. It's not jazz. I'm not referring to Pedro, of course, but I had some discussion on Facebook with people that says it doesn't matter if the note is right or wrong. Important is that it's cool. To me, when I listen to wrong notes, it's not cool. I don't like it. It has to make sense. Jazz musicians, they studied 20 years to be able to play the wrong notes when they know they're not wrong. Okay, so it's a different thing. Keep in mind that. Okay guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.